guys, back in today and taking a break from the movie reviews and going back to a Broadway video because I haven't done one in a couple weeks with the movie reviews. So we are at the top 7 now. So this is my 7 favorite show I've seen on Broadway, and it is the most recent one. It's the last Broadway show I saw. So it is the 2017 Hello, Dolly. And I have one lonely signature of Kate Baldwin, who is amazing. I have a story about that. But yeah, so Hello, Dolly. So I was at Tix my last day of my trip, and this was on my list to see. Like, it was up there. Like, I'm like, okay, it's going to be after this one. So it was up there, but it kept getting passed with different stuff, and that was my last day, my 7th show of my last trip. And I said, okay, it's going to be Hello, Dolly, because I know it's close, because I saw this July 6th. Yes, July 6th. Yeah, I left the 7th. So I saw it July 6th. So I knew it was closing the following month, and it had Bernadette Peters, so I'm like, it was her last week as well. So I'm like, okay, you have to see it or else you're never going to see it. I was very hesitant because I was a critic of it before I even saw it, because I was disappointed by the showing at 2007 Tonys, because at this point I had already seen Falsettos and Miss Saigon, and I thought those should have won revival, and I was very upset with, I was fine with Bette Midler winning, but I was mostly upset by Gavin Creel winning and beating Lucas Steele. So I was like, but I'm like, okay, Gabby, you have to see what it's about. You can't just hate on things for no reason. So I saw this, and my seats for Hello, Dolly, I would say, are the second best seats I got for any Broadway show I've seen. No, I take that back. Sorry, third best. And I have not talked about the other two, so they're in the top tier. So I got 3rd row for this. 3rd row for Hello, Dolly at a wonderful price from Tix. I paid $76. So yes, Bernadette Peters is right there. So Hello, Dolly, I had seen the movie with Barbra Streisand, and I had seen a community theater version of this around the same time as this Tonys. So the community theater version I thought was terrible, very slow. The acting performances were not strong, so I was like, eh. But this is a gem. What a gem. It is perfection of the golden standard of Broadway. And Bernadette Peters, what a legend. What a legend. I actually, I've listened to the recording with Bette Midler, and I say I prefer Bernadette Peters by far. And I definitely prefer Victor Garber over David Hyde Pierce. I love Victor Garber because the performance at the 2017 Tonys was awful. I'll say it. I know there was a controversy because it was supposed to be Bette Midler doing telecast from the Shubert Theater, but they didn't want it because the theater was unsafe for dancers, whatever. So they only had David Hyde Pierce sing Penny in My Pocket. And I thought it was trash and talk singing. But when I saw Victor Garber sing it, it was great. So Hello, Dolly is based off the play Matchmaker. So it's Dolly Levi, and she's a matchmaker, and she's trying to basically canoodle herself into all of this. Like, she's helping, what's the character's name? I'm terrible. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to find, so Victor Garber's character, here we go. I have the characters. So Horace. So she's trying to help Horace's niece because she wants to marry someone who's not what her uncle wants. So, but she's falling for Horace as well herself, and she wants his money because, duh. And at the same time, she's helping because Horace is supposed to go with Irene Malloy, but Irene meets Cornelius and likes him and his sidekick Barnaby and Minnie Fay. And let me just say, this Barnaby was the standout to me. Charlie Stemp was astounding as Barnaby. Every time Barnaby was on stage, I liked him. I watched him. And Cornelius was good. I love Gavin Creel, don't get me wrong. The 2009 revival of Hair is probably, besides like Hamilton, is probably one of the most played Broadway recordings on my iPhone. I listen to it all the time. I think he is astounding. He should have won for that. His performance of Claude, like, made me, like, I'm tearing up just thinking that. So, anyway, but I think Gavin Creel's great, but there's nothing special about Cornelius. It's just a good performance. Comparing it to Anatole in The Great Comet, that role is the standout, life-changing role. And we'll talk about that more in my Great Comet video, but I will go to my grave saying Lucas Steele should have won that Tony, and I said it. Gavin Creel did not deserve the Tony for this. Yes, he should have won a Tony for hair. That does not mean he should have taken Lucas Steele's Tony in 2017. There we go. But Kate Baldwin is wonderful as Irene Molloy. I've always overlooked her character anytime I've seen it. And I said to her, when she sang Ribbons on My Back, for the first time, I understood the song and what it meant. And unfortunately, Kate Baldwin was the only one to come out the stage door that night. And I said to her, I looked at her and said, when you sang your song, I finally understood it. And she grabbed my hand and said, that is absolutely the sweetest thing I've ever heard. And I got her little signature. So that was my moment with Kate Baldwin. But the whole show is great. Comedic timing is wonderful. Fantastic dance numbers. Excellent performances. It's just a superb show overall. And unfortunately, it is now closed. But it is going on tour soon with Betty Buckley. Yes, Betty Buckley. So if it's coming to your town, please see this. It is a classic that needs to be seen. And it might not be as great as what I saw with Burnett Peters and Victor Garber, but still a great show. Definitely would see. Yeah, so that's number 7, Hello Dolly. And we have the top 6 coming up. I would say my 8, 7, and 6 are all very interchangeable. So number 6 and then 5 is the top 5. And top 5 is very hard, very difficult. They've all pretty much bounced around between different spots. Especially my 2 and 3. I'm still not sure which one's second, which one's third. Depends on the day. So I might just do a mega video. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, Hello Dolly, number 7 on my Broadway Breakdown. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.